Good afternoon, don't get wet, miss. Quickly! So, it's a good afternoon from Murcia, Negros Occidental, Philippines. So, if you're here in Murcia doing a nice shop, have a great day, have a great weekend. Right, guys, I'm going to put some music on, and I hope you enjoy the show. And there's quite a few funny things in this video, but I'm sure a lot of you guys will think some of the things you see in this video are not so funny. But everyone's out shopping. It's a rainy afternoon here in Murcia town. We are very near to Bacolod City, guys, San Carlos. So we're quite near to quite a few of the major cities. And it looks like this guy's in a rush to get home. He doesn't want to get wet. And it is a very, very rainy day here. So guys, like I said, what's this lady wearing? She's got a towel on her head. Wow, yeah, well, it looks like this lady's going to get... Well, to be honest, it looks like this lady is very, very wet. So, and it's not much fun getting wet, but, it's just life here in the Philippines. And us two, we rode home at night. Well, we rode home about 6, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock-ish, 6:30, it were dark. And it were raining, so we got wet through, but no problem. You see, it's not a problem to people that can endure a little bit of hardship. Now, I know you guys today like to, you like your creature comforts, and that's what I often wondered. People have actually got soft. And I'm not talking, and yes, there's a lot of people in the Philippines what can endure hardship. And there's a lot of people that can't do it. But have we made as kids? So our kids, children, grown-ups today, have they gone soft? Hairdressers, nails doing, are the girls today, or most of them are the boys? If you've got me drift, people today, even though there's a lot of very hard working, and a lot of people can actually go without things, but it seems like a lot of people cry if there's no milk. So, you've got me drift. Are a lot of people tough today? Now, thinking about it, we have a friend here in Murcia district area, and I think she's got 3 kids, but they're growing up now. But, she makes the kids do as they're told, and she gives the kids a little work to do, and she asks the kids to help her. So, if there's any jobs to do around the house or property, she gets the kids to help her, and it's no problem. And to be honest, in England, when we were kids in England, and as mum used to ask us to go to the shop, we used to go to the shop, and it were no problem going to the shop for a bit of shopping. And we used to ask for a penny or a peso if we went to the shop. And, like you guys, your mama, your mum, your dad, your papa, they gave you a peso or a penny or a book or $1 to go to the shop for a bit of shopping. But now in our days, people have made the kids very lazy and very soft. And it could also be to do with lazy parents too. If you ask some kids to go to the shop today, wow, it's a big problem. They don't want to go to the shop. They don't want to do anything. But they want everything. They want everything, but they're not prepared to do anything for it. Do you find the same? Looks like this young lady has got a nice little generator. That's a lovely generator. A lovely generator, dear lady, and it looks like she knows how to start it up. So, it's lovely if you've actually got a generator here in the Philippines, not many people can really afford a generator, but a good few people do work towards a generator. And it's lovely if you've got a generator, because we always get brown out, there's always a power cut. So, I just wondered if you actually thought or was thinking, kids today, children today, schools today, are the kids, are they worse today than what they were in my days? I was born in 60s, 70s, 80s, and we had a really good childhood. We were naughty boys, but, we had a lot of good fun, and it was quite a good time growing up. And what's on TV today? Yes, you can actually watch TV if you come to the public market here in Murcia town. Get a bite to eat, cup of coffee, and watch TV. And if it's raining, it's not a bad place to do it. So what do you think? Kids today, there's a lot. I actually notice in the plaza. I notice this in England too. There's a lot of really nice kids, boys and girls, teenagers, college, a lot of nice people in the plaza. And a lot of the little kids are very nice and they've got a lot of respect. And then there's a lot of kids that walk through the plaza, the bullies. They've got to have 5 or 6 of their friends, the bullies, they bully other kids, the nasty kids, and they don't have any respect for anyone. Now, I've mentioned this before, the Philippines have actually noticed this is a very big problem in schools, and they're going to teach respect. Now, it's okay saying respect, is learnt at home. Actually, it's not just learnt at home, is it? And here in the Philippines, which is a very good idea, the Philippines, they actually teach respect in schools here in the Philippines, which is a great idea. And there's nothing worse than, your kids going to school and being bullied. And I've chatted about this before, I don't like bullies. Quickly, miss, don't get wet. Oh, she's getting her hair wet. Look, quick, rush. And she's in and she's okay. Right. So, bullies, it's not exactly a flavour I actually enjoy. And, well, I have enjoyed. Don't like it at all, bullying. So, there's a lot of really nice, very nice kids, teenagers, adults with a lot of respect here in the Philippines. But now it's noted, there's a lot of kids also what's got bad manners, have got no respect, they're very arrogant and they're very bullies, and they're not very nice people whatsoever. And, sooner or later, I'm sure someone will come along to straighten a good few of them out. But, all the way through life, there's always a bully round the next corner. What's this going off? Is this a little girl or a little boy? Well, I know she doesn't want to get the baby wet, but I hope she's safe with a carrier bag over her head. Wow. I'm not saying anything, but, please keep safe. You'd be better getting that baby a little hat. Buy her a little hat or a cap, keep the rain off her head. And it's not a good idea to use a plastic bag to put over a baby's head. But like I said, miss, try and buy a cap or an hat for the little boy or the little girl. And I know helmets are expensive, and I know everyone struggles to buy an helmet. So keep safe on your motorbikes, run and ride safe, and that goes to everyone, cars and motorbikes, So I have actually seen this quite a few times in Murcia. Little boys and little girls, babies, they put carrier bags over their heads. Now, in England, a lot of little kids have actually suffocated and died with carrier bags over the head. So please be safe. If don't put, listen, it's not a good idea to put a carrier bag over a baby's head. And I understand you want to keep the baby or the little boy, the little girls from getting wet and catching a fever. I understand. But try and get a little towel or, put an hat or a cap over the baby's head. Don't put, this is just my opinion. Do not put carrier bags over babies' heads. It's not a fantastic idea, guys. Even though I know you want to keep the baby from getting wet and you don't want the baby or the kids to catch a cold or a fever. So, it's a rainy day here in Murcia. Right, guys, I'm going to leave you with some music. There's another one to this, and it's not fantastic music, I know, so just watch life go by here in Murcia, and these guys are setting the market stall up for tomorrow and for the famous Sunday market. So, if you're in Bacolod, wherever you are on Negros Occidental, whether you're here in Negros Occidental or, whether you're across at one of the other islands and you come into Negros Island, you can actually come and visit Murcia Town Saturday, Sunday. I'm sure you'll enjoy it, guys. The ambulance is flying down, it's an emergency. That's my finger over the camera, sorry about that, guys. So I am hand holding, so it looks like this ambulance, look at this four-wheel drive, this white four-wheel drive. I don't know, you can see there's an ambulance coming, it's got the lights flashing, and you're there on the side of the road where the ambulance wants to pull over. And this is something else I see a lot of. And you guys, when you see an ambulance coming, pull over. Look where the ambulance is coming, watch what the ambulance is doing, and pull over. It's a Zumba, man. This guy likes his Zumba. He actually does Zumba. He does Zumba in the plaza, so he does enjoy Zumba, and he looks like he's going to get wet. Going home, and I'm sure he doesn't like his hair getting wet. So if you see an ambulance, what do? You don't drive down the road slowly when it's and the lights are flashing. Pull over, let the ambulance pass. My God, are you people crazy? It's an ambulance, it's going to an emergency. And if it's not going to an emergency, it's already got someone in the back and it's going to the doctors. There's a doctors there and they're very helpful people at the doctors, and it's a very helpful place where the ambulances are. So if you see an ambulance, please pull over, guys. And it's not going for the fun of it. It's actually warning you. We're in an emergency, please move your ass out of the way and let us pass. And, I've seen this in Bacolod City as well. And I thought, wow, that is absolutely crazy. Ambulance, lights flashing, and about 10 cars in front of it, and they're doing about 4 miles an hour, 5 kilometres an hour, sorry. And they're going very slowly, and I thought, why? Pull over, you fools. There's an ambulance, he's going to the hospital in Bacolod City. Move your ass, pull over, you damn fools. Someone's dying. Or, there's an emergency. Start to pull over, you fools. That really makes me mad. You've got your ambulance flying down and you've got some 3 or 4 drivers in front doing 3 kilometres an hour and they don't pull over. You really want arresting. You really are stupid, some of you drivers. Ambulance coming, pull over. Pull over when it's safe to do so. So you pull over in your car, on your motorbike, when it's safe to do so. Okay, guys. Right, have a great day. I'm going to add a little bit of music to this, and you can complain, and if you've got a complaint, we love your complaints, don't we? So that makes us very happy. And please like, please subscribe, please share the videos, please help support. We do actually need the support, and I hope Gloria and Lee and all you other guys that actually help support and actually do help in the way of a thumbs up, in the way of a comment. Don't forget, if you're here in Murcia visiting, come and say hello, send a message, and hopefully we can get to Murcia and say hello to you. And if you just see me anyway, say hello. And, so happy weekend, take care, God bless. I'm strolling along. Long hair. There's another lady here what's got long hair. I've seen her on a motorbike. Now, Jovelyn used to have very, very long hair. And it takes about 3 years to grow long hair. That's a nice CRF. And it looks like this lady's got a lovely motorbike. I'm sure it's a lady, and it looks like she's riding a CRF. Very nice bike. I do like my CRFs, I'd like a 300, and they also do a 700 or a 750 now. So, like I said, thanks for the great comments, guys. And, I've actually noticed quite a few things. I'll not go into it now, but, like I said, what's going off here? It looks like my camera's all over the place. Looks like I'm in a bit of a rush. I don't know what's happening. So, if you enjoy a bit of chicken, pull up on your motorbike, whether it's raining or not, and the young lady'll actually sell you a nice piece of chicken, I'm sure about that. So she's up and running, she's got a generator sparked up, and she's selling chicken as per normal. Which way are you going, miss? That's the right. Don't walk in front of the car, miss, because some of the drivers just set off and it could be quite dangerous. That's it. Looks like this guy, he's got his waterproofs on and it looks like he's ready to go home. Right, guys, so have a lovely day, take care. And like I said, think what you're doing, look left, look right, and crossing the road here in the Philippines. It can actually be quite dangerous just crossing the road here in the Philippines. But it's not so bad, it's not so bad in Murcia town. So, like I said, thanks for the great comments, guys. Have a lovely day. This is number 2 to number 1. And happy weekend. If you're in the famous street market tomorrow and I manage to get there, don't forget to say hello. Right, take care, God bless. Please like, please subscribe, please share the videos, and please give me a thumbs up. And don't forget, if you can actually nip over to Joveline's channel, please subscribe. And she's only doing short videos at the moment. And it would be nice if she started to do long form videos. But we're getting ready now to go home. It's raining. Joveline's done a little shopping, and we're getting ready to go now. So actually, it's a lovely night here in Murcia, and everyone's working hard as normal, and life goes on. Right, guys? We actually walked down. I put the motorbike under the covered court because it's raining. So, you'll actually see me with my helmet on. And I'm just walking down to the covered court to get the bike. And then that's it, we're off. We're off back to, here we are, look. I put my helmet on and I'm walking through the town with my helmet on. Reason I've put my helmet on is 'cause it's raining. So that's basically it. And I thought, well, I put my helmet on, at least I won't get my hair wet. I don't like to get my hair wet, to